San Antonio. This is Rob for the MetalWorks tonight. We're here at the Scout Bar in long anticipation of the brand new CD from the band Nothing More. It's called The Few Not Fleeting, and it brings me great pleasure to welcome finally to the program Mark and Johnny of the band Nothing More. Gentlemen, I'm glad to be here. How are you doing?
Doing great. Just a little stressed. It's a big day. Been running around sound checking, and we have a lot of fun stuff planned tonight with drums and all kinds of things. So got a lot of logistics to work through.
Yeah, I was here for the check. It sounds great, man. How you doing, Mark? Great to see you again.
Yeah, doing excellent as well. We played in Laredo last night, and I was the one who had to drive all night home. So I'm a little tired, a little under the weather, but I'm good.
So Johnny, for those people out there who are still learning about the band, share a little bit about the history. I know that there's been some evolution.
Wow. Well, trying to put our history in a nutshell is kind of hard because we've gone through countless members. We've had different singers, we've had different bass players, but a long time ago when I was in, maybe not a long time ago, I was in middle school and I met this guy here, and we had another guitar player, and we formed Nothing More, and we just had singer after singer, and they were more like puppets than singers because we'd write the parts and kind of tell them what to do. And then we teamed up with our bass player Daniel, and I played with him in bands on the side. He went to Nashville, did the whole music thing there. Then he moved to Colorado, lived in a tent for a year, got rid of music, and then came back. Long story there, but Dan joined the band, and we formed really what Nothing More is now. And just in the last year and a half, I just started singing. I've been the drummer in the band for a very long time. So I just stepped up and started doing vocals, and we got a drummer for the live shows. So
let's talk about these tracks. First of all, talk about the overall theme about the CD, if you can, either one of you. I know that there's a variety of different topics, some very personal topics, but if there is a general feeling about the CD.
Yeah, I would say this CD has more heartbreak, more emotion, more life experience than any of the other CDs, and I think it brings a lot to the table in that sense. But we've always written music, we've always felt passionately about every song and every topic we write about, but this CD has something, like I said, that the others don't. And I just lost my mom to cancer this last month. Got out of a 5.5-year relationship, you know.
The new thing for this album is we focused a whole lot more lyrically and tried to match, kind of like if we would write a musical part, and, oh, this is real ethereal, you know, oh, there's, I feel like a lot of, I don't know, water in this or something. We would kind of try to match that, I guess, obviously, and looking at the artwork and everything, we tried to go with the overall theme. But a lot of it's, you know, as Johnny was saying, is with just persistence. This album is, it's really personal for us to continue to pursue music through all this heartbreak and you know, things that have fallen left and right, and that's what The Few Not Fleeting is. It's not giving up.
I think one of the great things about The Few Not Fleeting as well is that it just sounds great on the stereo. So I talk a little bit about that. There's people like always want to know, like, geez, where did these guys do their CD, or did they produce it themselves? Who worked on it, and things like that?
Well, we actually produced half of the album ourselves. One reason was because of budget, and we were like, well, we can do it cheaper if we do it ourselves, but the other reason was we kind of wanted to take control, and we went into it not knowing anything. We were like, we've always hired producers, you know, they know the art, we hired engineers, you know, so we did it ourselves, and it turned out really well. But we did work with Will Hoffman, who's a great producer out of Austin, on a few songs, Mac Damon out of San Antonio here, who did a few songs, and then, yeah, so the rest we produced on our own, had very interesting learning experience, and grew a lot through the process, but we're really happy with the final product.
Yeah, and it was really good. Kind of the key to it was we sort of had a timeline, but at the same time we really took our time on everything since we were kind of so new to everything. Just we had to re-record all guitars pretty much for the songs we did because they were just sounded like balls.
Yeah, there'd be times when I'd be like, Mark, play it again. It'd be like the 50th time, and he's like, dude, it's just 2 notes. I'm like, it's not good enough. And he's like, Johnny, I hate you. So we were very anal, I guess would be the word on it. So
a little bit. I know you guys do a lot of road work, and I've learned a lot of things about Nothing More, that you guys are a very self-sufficient band, that Nothing More is really at the heart of each of your lives, and this is what you're doing. And talk a little bit about what you foresee now with the disc being out, the work that you will do behind the CD. I know that there's been some press already out there, but you know, are you going to be doing any new places? I know you guys work the college circuit hard. Talk a little bit about what you foresee in support of The Few Not Fleeting.
We've been on Warped Tour the last 2 years. This last year we did more dates than we did the year before, so we'll probably support it on Warped Tour, hopefully this year. We've kind of stuck to the regional touring. I mean, we've been out to LA and driven up to New York and Las Vegas and all that stuff. So, but I guess just where the music industry is right now, and where gas prices were and probably will be back to again. We'll see. You know, our strategy really changed to tightening up our region, and so we just tour in Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, stuff like that for the most part. But like you said, we do hit the college campuses. A lot of times we'll go during the day, just when classes get out, and we'll just throw drums out there and start jamming, and then everybody you know, we get their attention, and then when they come over, we have all these demos, and we just hand them out. So we do a lot of guerrilla type marketing, if you will. We don't have a money machine behind us, you know what I mean? So in labels right now, I could tell you how many bands that we know who've been dropped or had their albums shelved, or you know, with labels right now, because everybody's going bankrupt. You know, everybody's going down. So it's always kind of been our mentality to just do it ourselves, and when the right people come along, we'll join forces, but we're not going to jump in bed with anybody, if you will.
I have to ask because, you know, as a video program, you know, we're going to shoot some video tonight, but I always like to have, I always ask bands, are you guys even thinking about a music video? I know there's people maybe who might want to work with you guys in doing a music video. Have y'all thought about doing a music video at all?
Yeah, it would definitely be a lot of fun, that's for sure. And there are a lot of video contests and whatnot for getting good stuff. But
it's more of where we're focusing our resources, and because, like you said, we're very grassroots, like on the ground running, guerrilla marketing kind of mentality. You know, we have little to work with, and we try to make a lot out of it. You know what I mean? So we did do some video work with a guy named Taylor Game. He's the guy who did the pictures you see on the album, The Few Not Fleeting. He did those. But we talked to him about some concepts and stuff. One song that sticks out is Fat Kid, and that song was about Daniel growing up, and it's kind of it's kind of our humorous song about, you know, look at me now kind of song, but in a quirky kind of way. We're talking about doing kind of a funny music video for that, but every idea we have involves like helicopters and all these high budget things, and so we map it out. We're like, all right, let's do this music video. We're like, okay, how much is it going to cost? 40 grand. Oh, okay. Let's rethink it.
Anything that I missed? Anything that you want to share with the people out there about The Few Not Fleeting, or about the band itself, and what we may anticipate from Nothing More in 2009 as we are early in the year thus far?
Yeah, we have a website that we're going to launch April 1st. And it's going to be nothingmore.net/The Few Not Fleeting. If you go to nothingmore.net, it'll have a link there. But we're going to do a whole handwritten website that's all about behind the songs. What was going on, like with Gone. That's one close to my heart because it was about my mother with fighting cancer, and I was on the road, and it was a very trying time. And so I'm writing a whole section about what it looked like what it was like being in the hospital, hours and hours watching my mom just slowly deteriorate, and how that very dark emotion got turned into a song, and how we're trying to bring some kind of light out of it, though, you know. And that's the main thing for us, is the album is dark in a lot of ways, but we hope to leave people with some light, because it is real. It's like we all go through those times, but you know, anyway, so that site's going to be that. It's going to be all behind every single song, and our perspective, and a little deeper look, I guess.
Thank you, guys. I know it's my pleasure. I am truly a fan of the band, and I wish you guys nothing but success. And I know sooner or later, maybe later this year, I want to hear you guys. I've said it on my MySpace that I think you guys are going to be the next big band out of this town. It's just, we just have to wait till the stars align, and it will happen. Remember, okay, thanks, Johnny. Remember, San Antonio, the brand new CD is out by the time you see this. It's called The Few Not Fleeting. Just go to nothingmore.net to get all the info, and definitely get it in your hands. You saw Johnny and Mark of the band only right here on Rob's MetalWorks.